What makes women feel chemistry without understanding why? One of the most confusing things about attraction is chemistry, because chemistry doesn't always make logical sense. Sometimes a woman meets a man who looks good on paper, but feels nothing emotionally. And other times, she meets a man who somehow feels magnetic almost immediately. Even she may not fully understand why. That's what makes chemistry different from simple attraction. Because chemistry is not only about looks. It's about emotional experience. It's about how someone makes you feel. Emotionally, mentally, energetically, psychologically. And many men misunderstand this completely. They think attraction is built mostly through appearance, money, saying the perfect things, impressing women constantly. But real chemistry usually develops much deeper than that. It often comes from emotional presence, emotional safety, confidence, unpredictability, authenticity, emotional tension, emotional calmness. That's why some men create attraction naturally without trying too hard, while others force conversation, attention, and validation. Yet still fail to create emotional pull. Because chemistry cannot be forced. It has to be felt. And in this video, we're going to deeply break down what actually makes women feel chemistry with a man, even when they cannot fully explain it logically themselves. 1. Women feel chemistry when a man feels emotionally present. One of the strongest parts of chemistry is presence. And most people underestimate how rare real presence has become. A lot of men interact with women while mentally distracted. For example, constantly checking phones, trying too hard to impress, rehearsing what to say next, worrying about looking attractive, seeking validation during conversation. So instead of fully experiencing the interaction, they are mentally performing the entire time. Women often feel this immediately, because even if the conversation sounds good, the emotional connection feels weak. Now compare that to a man who feels fully present. When he talks to a woman, he listens carefully, responds naturally, maintains calm eye contact, stays emotionally relaxed, doesn't rush interactions. This creates emotional depth because presence makes someone feel seen. For example, a woman may tell two different men the same story. One man barely listens properly, interrupting often, trying to impress her constantly, waiting only for his turn to speak. The second man listens calmly and attentively. He notices details. He reacts genuinely. He makes the interaction feel emotionally real instead of performative. And without fully understanding why, she often feels more chemistry with him. Because chemistry grows when someone feels emotionally experienced, not just visually observed. Women remember interactions where they felt emotionally connected, not just entertained. 2. Women feel chemistry when a man's energy feels calm and grounded. A lot of attraction today feels emotionally chaotic. People are overreactive, anxious, attention-seeking, emotionally inconsistent. So when a man feels emotionally grounded, it stands out immediately. For example, some men become emotionally unstable the moment they like a woman. Suddenly, over-texting begins, over-explaining begins. Emotional pressure increases. Validation-seeking behavior appears. Even if attraction exists initially, this energy often weakens chemistry over time because emotional pressure creates tension. Now compare that to a calm man. He likes the woman too, but emotionally remains centered. He doesn't force interactions, doesn't panic during silence, doesn't emotionally chase reassurance, doesn't make every interaction heavy. This creates emotional comfort, and emotional comfort is deeply connected to chemistry because women often feel drawn toward men who make interactions feel emotionally safe and relaxed. Especially today, a calm man often feels rare because so many people operate from emotional chaos constantly. And grounded energy naturally creates attraction because it lowers emotional tension instead of increasing it. 3. Women feel chemistry when interactions feel emotionally unpredictable in a healthy way. Predictability kills emotional tension very quickly. This doesn't mean playing games emotionally. It means maintaining natural individuality and emotional balance. For example, some men become completely emotionally available immediately. Every second revolves around the woman. Non-stop attention, constant reassurance, no emotional space at all. At first, this may feel exciting, but over time, it often removes emotional mystery completely. Now compare that to a man who still maintains his own life naturally. He has goals, has routines, has emotional balance, has his own rhythm. So interactions feel more natural instead of emotionally overwhelming. Women often feel stronger chemistry when there is emotional space for curiosity, because curiosity increases emotional engagement. For example, a woman begins wondering, what is he thinking? Why does he feel so calm? Why do I keep thinking about him? And this creates emotional tension in a healthy way. Not manipulation, not mind games, just emotional balance combined with individuality. Chemistry often grows strongest when attraction has room to breathe emotionally. 4. Women feel chemistry when a man feels authentic instead of performative. This is one of the biggest hidden attraction factors. Many men try so hard to appear attractive that they stop behaving naturally. For example, forcing alpha behavior, pretending not to care emotionally, copying internet personalities, using rehearsed lines constantly, trying to sound impressive every second. Women often sense this emotional performance quickly because performative behavior feels tense underneath. Now compare that to a man who behaves naturally. He speaks honestly, reacts genuinely, laughs naturally, stays emotionally relaxed, doesn't force an image constantly. That authenticity creates emotional trust, and trust increases chemistry deeply, because chemistry grows stronger when interactions feel emotionally real. Women are usually far more attracted to genuine confidence than exaggerated performance, because authentic energy feels emotionally comfortable. People naturally connect more deeply with someone who feels real, and chemistry is ultimately emotional connection, not performance. 5. Women feel chemistry when a man creates emotional safety without becoming emotionally weak. This is extremely important. A lot of men confuse emotional safety with emotional weakness, but they are not the same thing. An emotionally safe man listens calmly, stays emotionally stable, communicates clearly, handles emotions maturely, remains grounded during stress. An emotionally weak man becomes emotionally dependent quickly, constantly seeks reassurance, loses emotional control easily, sacrifices self-respect for approval. Women often feel strongest chemistry around emotionally safe men because emotional safety allows vulnerability to grow naturally. For example, a woman may feel comfortable opening up emotionally around a grounded man because he doesn't judge emotionally. He doesn't overreact. He stays calm during emotional moments. This creates emotional depth. And emotional depth strengthens chemistry powerfully because chemistry is not just excitement. Real chemistry also includes emotional comfort and emotional trust. That combination becomes unforgettable. Attraction is easy to misunderstand because people often focus only on surface-level things. Looks matter, style matters, appearance matters, but chemistry goes deeper than appearance. Chemistry is emotional. It's the emotional experience someone creates around you. That's why some people become unforgettable even without being perfect. Their presence feels different. Women often feel chemistry strongest around men who feel emotionally grounded, stay present during interactions, behave authentically, create emotional calmness, maintain individuality, make interactions feel emotionally real. Because chemistry is rarely created through force. It grows naturally through emotional connection. That's why trying too hard often kills attraction. Because forced behavior creates emotional pressure, but relaxed confidence creates emotional comfort. And comfort allows emotional connection to grow. Women often cannot logically explain chemistry because chemistry is usually felt before it is fully understood mentally. It's the feeling of emotional ease, curiosity, calmness, attraction, trust, emotional engagement, all happening together. And that's why some men naturally stand out without saying much. Their energy feels emotionally different, not performative, not desperate, not emotionally chaotic, just grounded, present, authentic. And in a world where so many interactions feel forced, shallow, and attention-seeking, that kind of emotional presence becomes extremely attractive. Because real chemistry is not created by trying to become perfect, it's created when someone feels emotionally real. Follow for more if you want to understand women better.